Hello all. I've got the fan going. It is one of the hottest days here, but I hope you're all having a great time. Just back from swimming. I needed it. It was cold. It was nice. Anyway, on to fixing up this here prototype. We'll be using it for a bit. Let me see. Overcharged maybe? Any of these affect the firing rate? No, none of them seem to do that. So we'll take the overcharge capacitor. Improved automatic barrel is probably what I want. Yeah, let's take the improved automatic. This is going to be a beast of a weapon. Do we take the recoil? See, it says better hip. See, I'd rather hip fire accuracy. Yeah. Then we'll take the... See, I like the standard sights. I never really liked long recon scopes or anything, because I don't do a lot of long distance. Now, when it comes to the muzzle, this is where things is going to get interesting. The gyro compensating lens greatly reduces the range. Finely tuned one. Beam splitter. See, I'd say it's a superior range, but I just want something that does a wee bit of damage. We'll test it out with this, and when it comes to material, I like the snowflake design. Anyway, we're going to test it out just after I kind of get rid of a few other items here. See, I picked up all the synth stuff, but unless it's like some nano filament, everything else is just kind of, yeah, probably just accidental pickups. If it has a really fancy long name of armor, always pick it up. Probably should have actually stockpiled some of the synth stuff. Anyway, I'm sure some of you have forgotten my... Oh no! What did I just pick up there? Oh, just the alloy thing. Getting really good and really fast at clicking through everything that I want to put away. That is cool though. You don't see too many of them. And then I think it's just a few more weapons in here. Now, I can't carry all of you about. Something's got to be put away. But not right now. I just mainly stick to carrying just the basic drugs if I ever use them. Honestly, I don't, but when we swap over to like New Vegas or something, you'll see that I will pick up the pace and using, actively using in-game drugs. Yeah, we're about at 143, which I think... Oh no, we're at 110. Oh my goodness. That's maybe a wee bit too much of a spread. Let's see, we'll make you a finely tuned one. I want to see how this maybe works. That's a million times better. Yeah. And then what about the gyro one? See, I don't use these sorts of weapons much. So what does the gyro thing do? It seems quite good. Was there a massive difference between the two? The other one has better range, but this one has exceptional recoil. Yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool. I don't think anyone needs us right now. Do I have any mods I need to just offload? Yeah. Offload all of them. I've mixed them up with the robot mods. It's going to bite me in the ass when I decide to build robots. But needless to say, that's not the biggest problem right now. So there is everything about... There's the Far Harbor stuff. But what I want to do today... First of all, I'm going to nip over to the Cambridge police station. I'm going to speak to Reese, and I'm going to speak to your other gal, Just get those Radiant quests turned in, new places that we can pick up later on. I need to get to the Institute, because I kind of want them for Far Harbor before we do all the endings. Because I think there's one where it includes them, and as part of the 100% run, we've obviously got to do them. Add Victorian Brothers. I want to be thorough. That's just the short and sweet of it. Ah, it's so good with the fan working.
Good news.
Yes, Reese, I do.
Affirmative.
Impressive. Keep proving your worth. I may start to trust you.
Oh, lovely.
Commonwealth is a big place and needs some serious exterminating.
Nice.
Take a breather if you need it. When you're...
I'm ready.
Good answer. I'll mark the location on your map. See you when the target's clear.
Human-looking scents are the worst.
Excuse me, Scribe Halen.
You got that tech yet?
Here it is.
Good. I was hoping you'd bring it back safely. There's still plenty of undiscovered tech out there. When you're ready for more, just say the word.
Affirmative.
Perfect. You've got the area on your map, so move it.
At Victorian, brother.
Good. Is that our note? No. Let's get out of here. Where did they want me to go anyway? Malden Center and the Medford Memorial. Anyway, we're getting to the Institute today. So that means that we can... well, I want to build it with the Brotherhood anyway. So we'll do the two other ones first. So I suppose we'll talk to... well, we'll talk to the Minuteman. See what way it works there. And we'll get really good at building the signal interceptor. Apparently there's a sort of different dialogue and all between them all. So again, in...
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Carla. In light of... Wait, I'm not to talk to him?
What do you need, General?
Signal...
Can you take a look at these schematics? A scientist named Virgil said they could get me inside the Institute.
The Institute? Why in the world would you want to mess around with them?
They kidnapped my son.
Damn. That's some bad business. Even for them. We'll give you whatever help we can. Don't worry about that. Now, assuming you could build this thing, what exactly does it do?
The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out. This machine can hijack their signal and send me instead.
Teleportation? For real? Wow. That would explain a lot about how the Institute manages to operate. If anyone can make heads or tails of those plans, it'd be Sturgis. I haven't found anything yet that he couldn't build or fix. I'll mark it on your map. Go find out what they need. We could use more settlements supporting our cause.
Okay, so that was the dialogue with him, and then we gotta go speak to Sturgis. I imagine Tinker Tom's probably the one.
Been up to see Grey Garden. You should go.
Where's Sturgis? Normally he's just...
Run by robots.
Normally he's just banging on the side of something. Sturgis. He's over this way? Oh, he's down here. He's a way off. Wait, what? Why is it not? It isn't actually showing me Sturgis. There he is. There you are. Do you know how hard it was to find you?
Preston thought you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
Do you think you can build this?
Wow. What a mess. Looks like, encrypted RF transmissions. Okay, so that gets routed through... What the hell? Teleportation. This is some pretty crazy shit. You sure it's for real?
I got this from someone who should know what he's talking about. Can you build it, or not?
Well, yeah. I think so. Anyway, the eggheads never think about the nuts and bolts of actually making something work. But, looks like it's all here. Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to study this thing. The handwriting's pretty hard to make out. But, you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform. It'll need some pretty high-grade metals, but it's basically not that different than the lining of a jet engine or something like that.
Can you give me a list of what I'll need to build this platform?
Yeah, sure. Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. I'm pretty sure we've got all that at Sanctuary, if you want to build it there. While you're working on that, I'll get busy figuring out how to actually build the rest of this thing. Keep in mind, I can already see this is going to take a crazy amount of juice. Like if you had a spare nuclear reactor handy, we could probably use it. And it's going to be big. So find a nice open building site with lots of power available.
Wow, it's like all my days of doing stuff scavenging has led to this exact moment. The reflector platform requires steel circuitry and aluminium. I will put you here. So we'll need a lot of power, so I guess we will just place down a mini reactor. Oh. Right. What now? He sneaked in that? Okay, well, that was easy, Sturgis, so you still... So I managed to build that thing and you haven't left this house.
Hey, Sturgis.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
Yeah. Ready to build the rest of it.
Good. I think I got a handle on this crazy contraption. At least as much as I can tell. Until we actually try to build it, here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together everything else we're gonna need. I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
Okay.
Can you explain how this thing is actually gonna work?
Let me break it down for you. There's 4 main parts to this thing. 1, a control console to input the code and process the signal. 2, what he calls a relay dish. That's what intercepts the teleporter signal. 3, a molecular beam emitter. Gets pretty technical here, but looks like this is what translates your matter into energy for transmission. 4, the stabilized reflector platform that you already built. That's what concentrates and reflects the molecular beam. One thing to keep in mind while you're building this, it all needs to be wired together so all the pieces can talk to each other. I'll see you over at the building site. Good luck.
I'm imagining the dialogue will be basically the same word for word. But I'm optimistic as ever. So let's build the rest of this. I was like an artillery piece. That's a bit... Okay. That was easy. We had 137 biometric scanners. We have 200 military grade... Oh, hold on. $240 military grade things. And then this needed gold, which was, well, handy enough to find. Is that it? Ba-ba-da-bum! Ain't that pretty looking? That's pretty awesome. Hold on, die. Remove my HUD for a photo. What? Longfellow! That was cool. I love keeping me photos like that. Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Shouldn't we test it first?
I wish we could, but we've only got the 1 frequency code. There's no way to test it without actually jacking into the Institute signal. And as soon as we do that, We've used our one and only chance. As soon as the Institute figures out what we did, and I gotta believe those brainiacs won't be caught napping twice, that code we've got is useless.
Okay. I'm gonna save it there. We can go back here. Okay, so that was the Minuteman. Now, as I said, I'm gonna build it with the railroad, and then we'll build it with the what do you call it? Brotherhood. Why did I forget their name for a second? And then what we'll do is we'll reload, use each of them to see what way it differs.
Carrington wants a word.
Carrington? Yeah, well, I can't really... I'm not talking to anyone but Desmona at the
Do you
moment.
need something?
I have plans here to build a signal interceptor that can get me into the Institute.
So that's what the Courser chip was all about. You needed that frequency, I take it. Why? What does this machine do?
The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out. The interceptor can hijack their signal and send me instead.
We've spent dozens of years and too many good agents' lives only to discover not a goddamn thing. And now we have the answer, thanks to you. Teleportation. That the Institute could build something so... But we've got work to do. This is our top priority now. I want Tinker Tom to help you in any way possible to get this device built.
Lovely. And then we're going to talk, of course, to Tinker Tom.
Ready to hand over the plans? This is the big one.
Do you think you can decipher them?
I won't know until I get a look-see.
Here you go.
Why am I like
See what we
shaking?
need.
Is there an
Hold on,
earthquake?
Hold on. Who wrote this? Some kid with a crayon? Shit. Must have been a real big kid. Oh, man. Molecular transmission via encrypted RF waves? Those Institute eggheads are crazy.
And you can divert the signal using a heavily modified relay interception. Like a pirate broadcast, you know? That's intense.
Can you build it, Tom?
The plans cover all the high-end egghead shit, but they're missing a ton of engineering details. Filling in the gaps will take time. This bit here, the stabilized reflector platform, just needs some high-grade metal. Easy. Psh, by the time you finish that, I'll have the rest done.
Nice work, Tom. Glad you're on our side.
Hey, tell that to Carrington, though. We can scrounge up the platform components you need. No problem.
But where to build it? It's gonna need some serious space. This baby's big. I heard you and Pam were cooking up a new safe house. Mercer, right? You might want to move on that. It's got a workshop, a good location, and the full blessings of her predictive algorithms.
Once you set up the safe house, we'll drop off the materials there. Or you could build your own platform somewhere else. I guess. Your call.
Okay, so from everything I've read on it, you can build it anywhere for the railroad. But I'll build it at the Mercer safe house just so you can kind of see. I also want to know where exactly it'll teleport me to. But this is exciting. We're actually going to get to the Institute. And I thought there would be a lot more detail to it all, but it turns out that if you just play through and scavenge a lot...
Do you got a Geiger counter, bub?
Mine's in the shop.
Mine is in the shop.
You're HQ's new guy, right? Oh, thanks for setting up this place. Kind of wish you would have set up a cot or something, but at least it's safe, right? It is safe, right?
You shouldn't have any problems out here.
Yeah, this place is definitely better than the last hole in the wall I was at. It was literally a hole in the wall. We got a package incoming. You know, package. I've plotted out her escape route, got a new guy, new tourist that's gonna help. He's all ready to sign up, but he's got big problems. We clear those problems up, and our package has got a nice cozy shack to lay low in.
Longfellow's like, what is all this?
If it'll help a synth, count me in.
I knew I could count on you. I wish I could tell you what you're going up against, but I got no idea. I'll mark it on your map. Go there and do what you HQ types do. Then K8's all set. I'll make sure she gets out of the Commonwealth.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Well, yeah. It's a big old place we'll have to build this in. What way does this extend? Ah, crap! I'm at the only place where I don't have a supply line. But that's okay, because we don't need to worry, because I'm nearly sure that the railroad will set it all up for us. Yeah! Except they won't, because we won't have the resources here to build a power reactor. Or a fusion generator. No, we don't. Okay. It ain't getting set up here. Unless... Do you count as a person? No. Okay, I can't snag anyone to do a quick supply line for me. That sucks. Okay, well, we're definitely not building it here. I have to build it at the only place I know that would want to do this. Does Nordhagen even have the room? Why did I pick Nordhagen? I think it's like at max build limit. Ah, we can scrap something for it. This is just for the railroad side of things. Like, doesn't affect anything else to my knowledge.
Your counter's singing loud.
Okay, can't build it here. Not enough limit. Finch Farm. You're next. Next on the list. Have to remember that there is a book in the Institute that we'll have to grab, regardless of our intentions. I'm thinking of a build it with the Brotherhood. Go in, talk to the Institute. This place should be perfect for it. Where is Tinker Tom back at HQ? Straight back in. At least it's a fast reload straight into the HQ. Let's talk to
Carrington wants to talk with you.
Yeah. I'm sure. I will actually speak to Carrington.
You got the platform built yet? Tick tock, tick tock. I'm waiting for the good news.
I did it. The platform's constructed.
And I filled in the blanks on the blueprints. We can actually build this crazy thing.
What is going on here?
Is wow. But fortunate for us, the ingredients pretty common. But there's 3 specialty items that I just can't grab from our safe houses. You find those, and we'll knock down the gates of hell.
Thanks, Tom. I'll find them.
I don't doubt it for 1 minute. After you get the gettables, meet me at the build site.
Back to Finch Farm.
Teleporting personnel to the
This
surface.
thing is going to be huge.
Is there nothing
We'll
they can't
finally
do?
learn about what the Institute's really up to, man.
Why am I not letting me... There we go. And then... Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Once again, constructed.
We are in business. We are in business.
You should know, people
There's
have been
Demona.
complaining a bit about
Status
the bed
report.
We got
situation.
activity, Des. Not sure how long before it peaks.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, you need to do something. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot.
Patriot.
There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him. So we gave him the code name, Patriot.
If your plan works, and you're able to get inside the Institute, we need you to make contact.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Tom's encrypted a message for Patriot's eyes only. Once he sees it, he'll contact you. Until you make contact, and probably after, you need to stay in their good graces. You need to infiltrate them. Can you do that? Can you be our agent on the inside?
Bring it on.
You can do this. I believe in you. Stand on the platform and I'll give you the holotape. Just plug it into any Institute terminal and wait for the reply. Tom, talk to me.
Booting up the scan sequence. This frequency is only going to work once. You know who doesn't make the same mistake twice.
Huh? Okay. So what? And this, all I have to do is actually walk into it. Okay. Well, now we can... So we've got these two. No! No! Did I not... Did I just delete the wrong one? No. No, 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 no. How did I do that? How did I do that? Oh, no. Right. Brotherhood time. So yeah, I did have to reload and do everything. I had to remod the weapon. To remod this. I had to go speak to Reese and Halen again and empty my inventory. Thankfully, that's that. Now, I can go speak to the Brotherhood and do it their way. So yeah, this is just everything being thorough. I'm assuming it's this guy I talked to.
By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team. According to our scribes, the reading indicated a level of technology that only the Institute could achieve. The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear. The Institute, and everyone responsible for the creation of the synths, must be eliminated at all costs. To accomplish this goal, we need to locate the Institute's headquarters. I've had our scribes meticulously searching the Commonwealth, but they've come up empty-handed. The only logical explanation is that they've gone underground. That's where we need your help.
I have a way to infiltrate the Institute using a device called a signal interceptor.
So it appears we share a common goal. I'm pleased that you've chosen to build the device with the Brotherhood. Now, indulge me for a moment by satisfying my curiosity. Tell me why you're so eager to get into the Institute.
I think they're the ones who kidnapped my son.
The Institute preys on the weak to further their own ends. Together, we'll make them pay for their crimes. I'll call ahead and brief Proctor Ingram. Report to the airport, and get to work on your project right away.
I love how chill he was with that. He's like, yeah, go get it built. Cheers, Maxon. For some weird reason, I thought I was just going to jump straight off. That would be a real nasty landing. Let's go down to the ruins. But yeah, what I'm going to do in this episode is, obviously we're going to build it with the Brotherhood. I'm going to swap back to the Minutemen. See what it's like going into the Institute with them. Just starting up the reactor and all. Same with the railroad. And then obviously we can do it with... well, we will conclude it with the Brotherhood? Why didn't it just teleport me down to... I'm not lazy. I'm not that lazy. I can walk around. Oh, it's taking forever. I'm going to teleport. Gives me Camp McCarran vibes. I'm just going to cut through it here.
I heard about Clark.
Night.
I think I'm finally getting the hang of this.
Oh, you heard about Clark? And...
catch you standing around. You'll be on report before you can blink.
Okay. Scribe. Izar, I'll talk to you later.
I was lucky enough to get this assignment.
Yeah.
You're going into the Institute alone? Sounds like a suicide mission to me.
Just fixed a few power armor mods and gave them to Tegan. You might want to check them out.
Elder Maxon said you'd help me build the signal interceptor.
So, looks like you're calling the shots around here now, huh? Alright, I'll bite. What does your new miracle device do?
Did you know the Institute has a teleporter called the Molecular Relay? Take a look.
Molecular... what? No. Molecular transmission via encrypted RF waves? Okay, even I have to admit, that's genius. This explains why we've been picking up anomalous energy readings all across the Commonwealth. Not to mention how they get their tin soldiers to come out of the damn walls. And this little beauty allows you to literally hijack a return signal. Instead of grabbing the intended target, it grabs you instead.
Why wouldn't they just teleport straight into, like, Elder Maxon, just wipe him out?
That all sounds impressive, but can you build it?
If I can keep that flying pile of junk in the air, I can work miracles. It's difficult to make out all the details here, but I'm thinking you can get started by building a stabilized reflector platform. It's gonna take a cargo hold full of high-grade metal, but I'm sure that we have plenty of it right here at the airport.
I'm glad you can make sense of those plans.
I haven't made sense of all of it yet, but I will by the time you get the first part built. Here's a list of everything you need to find. You're also going to need a massive power source to get the signal interceptor running.
Oh yeah, I don't build anything here. They're busy doing their own thing.
I don't know about Scribe Naraya. I think she loves her little sick a bit too much.
I don't think you're connected to anything. But we do have enough here to build it. Okay, cool. Except I don't think I'll build it here. Or will I? Can I just, you know, clear a few things here? I don't want to clear the rug. Don't worry, it's not turned into a settlement build. Yeah. That was easy. Now it's about to get more difficult. I'll probably have to run to somewhere and connect this up. Who would be the most obvious choice for you? North Hagen Beach. Why is the airport ruins regarded as a settlement? What's that all about? Did it say the Pudwin is also a settlement? I am confused. How can any of them be settlements?
Any luck building the platform yet?
Did you figure out the rest of Virgil's schematics?
We'll know after we throw the switch. Here's a list of everything we'll need. Now I know some of that might as well be in Greek, so I'll be around if you have any questions.
Can you explain how this thing is actually gonna work?
According to Virgil's notes, it takes 4 components to complete the signal interceptor. First, we need a control console to input the code sequence and process the signal. That's the easy part. Second, we have the relay dish. That's for the interceptor part of the name. It scans and grabs the proper frequency we need. Third, and the most complex, is the molecular beam emitter. This is the actual component that translates your matter into energy for transmission. You've already built the stabilized reflector platform, which concentrates and reflects the molecular beam. Oh, one last thing before I forget. It's important that all the components are wired together so all the pieces are on a single grid. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. If you need any help, I'll be over at the build site making some adjustments and calculations. I'd wish you good luck, Knight, but I think we're both going to need it.
Okay, she's going over. Again,
Can't talk right now.
a star pallet and some weapon too. Oh. Alright, so supply lines. Oh, County Crossing can connect them up. Oh, I forgot about this.
They didn't send me, but I am a Minuteman. Is there some way I can help?
We're having a lot of trouble with a group of raiders, stealing our food and supplies. Do you think you can persuade them to leave us alone?
Don't worry. I'll take care of those raiders.
Ah, good. It'll be a relief not to have to worry about them.
You should
Kill,
know. I've been complaining a bit about the
Raiders at Revere Beach. Alright, back to the Boston airport. Because now that it's all connected, we should have no problem building the rest of this thing. We even have an audience. Yeah, you might want to move there, Maxon. Not letting me. I have a sneaking suspicion I know why this is not working. No, do not tell me the build limit of this place is too low. No, the rugs just... It didn't like the rugs. Max and you want, he's wanting to single-handedly go in and take them all out.
Talk to you, and I'm not throwing the switch until he gives us the go-ahead.
Okay.
Elder Maxon.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
You sure Ingram knows what she's doing?
Proctor Ingram's managed to keep a 40,000-ton airship aloft for the past 5 years. I'd say that earns her the benefit of the doubt. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
What are the details of my mission?
I'm glad you asked. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact, so it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
How did the Brotherhood meet Dr. Lee?
She was part of a civilian project in the capital wasteland that the Brotherhood appropriated. It wasn't difficult to convince her to stay. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
Ooh.
What sort of differences?
Although she was working with the Brotherhood of Steel, she never formally joined as a scribe. After the capital wasteland was secured, she objected to the Brotherhood's continued military presence there. I think she assumed we would just walk away from it all. She was wrong. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
What's this project that needs her attention?
Dr. Lee previously worked on a potent weapon for the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd like her to continue where she left off. That's all I can tell you. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute blind. Just keep your mind on the mission, and don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck.
From within. Okay. So, we're going to save it. As I said, I promised that I would show you all exactly what way this goes. So we'll do the Minuteman one first. Let's go Sturges.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
Sounds good.
I'm ready when you are. Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Okay. Now, what happens if we go in with Le Railroad? Should have asked Tinker Tom to explain like how it works. I know it would have been the same, but it would have been funny to hear him explain it. I shouldn't have just went with the normal one, but it doesn't matter too much. I wish you could have got a max affinity with dog meat. I don't know what that would have looked like.
With the scan. Yes.
Desdemona.
A chance to get inside the Institute. Incredible.
The signal's still intensifying. So stand still. You gotta lock in all those molecules of yours. Hopefully we won't miss any. There's only, 60 trillion of them. All right, feeding our baby some juice. Let's see what she's got.
Take this holotape. You need it to contact Patriot.
Oh, man, don't worry. That's all part of the plan.
Tom, do whatever you can to gain their trust. Lie. Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Come on, I think I got it. Establishing lock on the Institute signal.
Just get all the information you can. About synths. About the Institute's plans. Find their weaknesses. If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it. You jack that holotape into any terminal and Patriot will make contact. He has to.
Got the RF! We got it!
Find a way to save them. Nobody else can.
Now!
Nice. And now you know the real exciting part, which is doing it with the Brotherhood. Because that's ones I do when I actually do it. With the Brotherhood will be the last ending that we see. We'll be doing Minuteman, Institute, Railroad, everything.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Shouldn't we test it first?
Not with a single frequency code. The second you arrive and the Institute figures out which signal we hijacked, they'll change the code. Then we're locked out. This is a one-shot deal. So what do you say? You ready to give it a try?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto.
Dr. Lee is a valuable
You
asset.
wanted to get into the Institute,
If any harm
right?
comes to her,
Well, what are you waiting
I'm
for?
holding you personally responsible.
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal.
Apparently,
Cross your fingers.
the pipe doesn't go for the Brotherhood. They
Wow,
sort of...
There's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest.
Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well. Looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%. 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Love how Elder Maxon didn't say a word there. He just, yeah. Well, we have diddly done it. No one with us. We arrived here. In a pretty wild looking building. My first time entering the Institute. Of course I'm going to start looting. Emergency relay button? What's this? Access log. Validation from just other ones. Error signal rerouted. That was obviously us. Ah, it's offline. Okay. Oh, looks like we can probably go in there. Obviously not right now, but let's see what loot we can find. This place does look fancy.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Busted.
Well, I don't have a choice, so guess I'm going in the elevator.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute.
Ooh.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean.
Father, what's going
It's
on?
me.
What's happening?
I'm your dad. Yes.
What's going on?
It's me.
Father?
Your dad.
Father!
I'm here, Sean. What do you want me to do, Sean? What can I do?
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli.
I was an experiment?
Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Okay.
It's really you? After all this time?
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation
so then
affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
There is so much we need to learn and know here. But that'll be saved for the next episode, because we've got to go through the entire Institute, and I've also got to nip out. So, in light of that, yeah, this is getting wild. Learning an awful lot about the story.
Are you following?
Yes, don't worry. But we'll carry on right at this point tomorrow night. So I'll catch you all over in the next premiere. Thank you for watching.